Let's make sure we choose the exact right moves for you. It's coming up next on Till We Make It. I'm Mike Quackenbush, and this is Till We Make It. If you are passionate about the craft of professional wrestling, and you're never done learning all about it, then you've landed in the exact right place. What are you waiting for? Go ahead, join the Till We Make It tribe. Subscribe right now. Today's topic was suggested to me by one of my loyal patrons. So this video is going out to you, Tim. Thanks for the idea. How do you go about choosing the right move set for your character in the ring? And I want you to know at the very top of this, there's certainly more than one strategy for developing a moveset, but I'm going to share one that has always worked very well for me throughout the years with you. For the first part of this process, you are going to do a little data collection. You're going to find out which of the moves that you have been practicing or are already using in the ring are the most aesthetically pleasing. They're the most beautiful, or you might hear terms like most show ready or camera ready. Those moves are the ones you want to identify. And how are you going to go about doing this? You're going to get some objective feedback from one of three sources. You're going to ask the coach who you train with most regularly, a mentor of yours who has seen your most recent matches, not matches from 6 or 9 or 12 months ago, matches from this month, or the people you travel with, either to training or to shows. But specifically, in that last category, the people that you travel with, you're only going to seek this information out from people whose opinions you respect. If you do not appreciate their opinions about professional wrestling, what makes wrestling good, what makes wrestling bad, you're not going to solicit them for information at this stage of the game. And there's nothing wrong with liking different kinds of wrestling, different styles of wrestling, loving matches that other people hate. There's nothing wrong with that, but you're going to be careful to only ask for feedback from people whose opinions you respect. Got it? Once you've gotten that objective feedback from your coach, from your mentor, or from your traveling mates, you're going to compile that information about the moves which are most show ready, that are most camera ready, and you are going to start looking for a theme. You know what I mean by this? Let's say, just as an example, that the moves you are told you do most beautifully are a monkey flip, an enziguri, a power slam, and the falcon arrow. Let's say that's what's making your list. Everybody agrees those are your best moves. So what is the theme there? The theme is back. There's a lot of back moves on that list, right? A monkey flip, that's a back move. A power slam, that's a back move. Falcon arrow, back move. The only outlier there, the enziguri, right? It hits the back of the head. So using this data, you can begin to curate for yourself a move set which is going to be both cohesive and congruent. They work well together and they tell a good story together. So your data collection's complete and you've got your list and you've discovered a theme. Now we're going to refine this move set in 3 ways. Up first, let's talk finishing move. So, what are you going home on? Using that example we just came up with, could you go home on the falcon arrow? Yes, of course. Could you go home on the power slam? Absolutely you could. But you may want to give consideration to coming up with a finisher that you can use on people of all shapes, all sizes, and all experience levels. So, could you give the falcon arrow to someone who outweighs you by 250 pounds? Maybe not. Maybe you need something that's a little more malleable, that's a little more easy to adapt to all situations, like the Boston Crab. The Boston Crab is a submission hold that affects the back. Once you've got that in place, you're going to use that to navigate by. It's your North Star. If you are working toward a finish that affects the back, you're going to start to whittle away any of the elements of your moveset that don't help you to tell that story as efficiently as possible. If you're getting something out of today's video, won't you please leave a like-a-palooza down below? It does help the channel to grow, and thanks for doing that for me. Now we're going to further refine your moveset by looking at it through the lens of style. You know what I mean? Let's say that your theme is head and neck. So you might have moves like the Enziguri, a tornado DDT. But if stylistically doing flying moves is not a fit with your character, then maybe the springboard ace crusher, which would fit the theme by attacking the head and neck, just isn't a good fit. So look at all of your choices through the lens of style. Do these choices support the style of wrestling that is appropriate for my character? And anything that doesn't, it's gotta go. And there is this third refinement you're going to make to your moveset, which is by far the most nuanced of them all. And it's also something that apprentice phase wrestlers really struggle with. I'm saying this from my own experience, gang. I really struggled to wrap my head around this one, not just in my apprentice phase, maybe a little bit after as well. It's this. You need to understand what your unique value is on any card. So to give you an example, when I first started breaking in, every booking I got was to bring the high flying moves. I was the smallest wrestler on every card. I was there to supply acrobatics, the aerial moves. It didn't matter if I was capable of brawling or feats of strength. I was not. I was not there for that. I was there to bring the high flying moves. And if I want to continue to get booked, that's the thing I needed to supply. Now, is this a hard and fast rule that you apply 100% of the time to every single decision that you make? Is it possible to do a match that is nothing but high flying moves? No, of course, that's not possible. You have to diversify. However, if you're going to go really far afield from what your essential value is on a lineup, like for example, you're a big bruiser of a super heavyweight who is capable of doing a cruiserweight move, you should only make those harsh deviations from your core value 5% of the time or less. You save those for very special moments and very special moments only. And just so we're clear, those very special moments are only going to come up less than 5% of the time. The trick to getting this last refinement right is to view yourself in the larger context of the entire roster, in terms of the entire ensemble. If you are the very biggest person in a promotion, is it on you to supply all the flips and cruiserweight moves every show? No, that's not for you. And vice versa, if you happen to be the smallest person on every card, is it up to you to be able to go toe-to-toe with the roster's resident strongman in a battle of strikes? No, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense either. You've got to be able to see the ensemble as a whole, and within that, understand what it is that you are contributing. And if you are working somewhere and you do not understand what your core value is, what the thing is you uniquely contribute to the card, look out, because there's someone coming up behind you who has a better understanding of how to do that job, and they're gunning for your spot. When you construct a move set of your most beautiful, your most camera-ready moves, and through the process of identifying theme, choose a finisher for yourself, which is both cohesive and congruent, you're off to a great start. Then, through the process of refinement, by examining this moveset through the lens of style, while considering the unique value you contribute to every card, you will end up with an optimized moveset that maximizes your chances for success. Big thanks to my patron Tim for suggesting this one to me. If you need my help working on character, promos, a review for one of your upcoming matches, book a one-on-one with me over on Wizio. There's a link down below in the descriptus. I do multiple consultations each and every week for wrestlers of all experience levels all around the world. And appearing on screen right now is a link to my Patreon. Come join our community, take your education to the next level, or click on the video that's popping up right now all about finishing moves. I think you will enjoy it.